get right into the picks. I am taking the TCF NFL picks week 10. Sorry, I need to set this segment up. Boomy, can you give the records, please?
Our guest picker, gamer in week 8, went 4-2. In the real race without the guest pickers involved. Zach, you are in third at 26-26-1. Matt is at 28-24-1, and I'm 31-21-1.
That is after Boomy had to fix the records this morning after messing up a pick of Maddie's, which Maddie will get into.
Oh, here we go.
Maddie will get into with his picks here in a minute. But let's get into the Thursday night games. Boys, I'm going with the Titans. I think it's -2.
No, it just moved to a pick, so I'll give it to you at a pick.
That scares me because there's a reason why that just happened. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, I have him at a pick, too. That's my bad. I got him at a pick. I think Titans will win this game at home.
Yeah, I'm on the same train as you. And honestly, it's because it's a pick and it's a home game for the Titans. If this was in Indy, I may be picking Indy. But being it's a home game on a Thursday, and I know Indy to Tennessee is not that far, but they do have to travel. Tennessee gets to stay at home after playing the Bears last weekend. They didn't have to do any traveling. They haven't left in 2 weeks. I think at home they'll be okay. Derrick Henry is good. Indy's defense is good, but they've been down a little bit in their losses, and I feel like Derrick Henry is going to be quite a challenge for the Colts.
See, I've actually got the Colts. I actually think they're going to handle Derrick Henry pretty well. It'll be a really close game. It comes down to the end. I just think Phillip Rivers is a better quarterback than Tannehill. I think it's going to come down to that at the end of the game.
I like I don't like that because, like you said, he was 4-2. So maybe a gamer knows something we don't know. But I'm going to get into the noon games. I have the Texans +3 at the Browns. And then I have the Lions -4.5 at home against the Washington football team. I think that's a very bad team. I think Alex Smith is their quarterback now because their backup got hurt. Out for the season, so I like the Lions -4.5, and then the Texans, Browns. I don't know, the Texans got a nice little win last week. We'll see if Deshaun Watson can keep it moving against a Browns team that you just don't know what kind of team will show up every Sunday.
I'm on the Browns this week, and I'm on the Browns. Baker Mayfield's going to be back. Houston barely beat a very bad Jacksonville team, and they have the. I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean that Jacksonville team is god awful. And Cleveland gets Baker back. They're at home, covering 3. The record at home against the spread has been pretty good this year, and I think it's honest. The over is at 50.5. I actually like under in that a lot. And it's going to be if the weather's anything near what it was when they played Vegas a couple weeks ago, that game's going to go way under.
I love that. Gamer, what you got?
I did not give my other one. That's my fault. Green Bay -13. Green Bay is like 4-1 against the spread at home. Jacksonville stinks. Green Bay's the best team in the East, so I'm going Green Bay -13. Gamer, go ahead.
So I got Bucks. I got -5.5 for that. I don't know what you guys got for your lines, but I got Bucks there. I think they're going to bounce back after a really bad loss against the Saints. I think really Tom Brady comes out and just slings it.
And no McCaffrey.
I mean, it bodes well, I think, for the Bucks. I also have the Texans as well, though. I think they're going to play well. I think Deshaun Watson is on a good streak right now. I think he keeps it up. I think they might even win outright.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And then, like I said, we'll have Maddie's picks at the end. My Sunday 3 o'clock game, I got the Saints -9.5 at home against the San Francisco 49ers. I think that they're coming off a big win against the Bucks. They're going to be at home. I think this will be a big win for the Saints.
Give me the Dolphins. The Dolphins are rolling. They're only at 2.5. They're
it's 2 a time.
You're very right. And they played well at the end of the game to kind of put things away. Tua is playing well, and I like the Chargers, but I still think they're a year away from competing with, obviously the Chiefs are the best team in that division, but even Vegas right now is playing well. I still think they're a year away from being able to knock them out of the 2 spot. And it's at home in Miami, and the Dolphins are just kind of rolling right now. I like the Dolphins a lot in that afternoon slot.
I love that. I like that pick a lot too, Boomy.
All right, I got Buffalo +2 over the Cardinals.
I like
I think
that
the Bills
too. That Buffalo
I think
team
they
looks
just come out.
good.
Yeah, I think they just come out and I think they take it to the Cardinals. Honestly, I don't. I like the Cardinals. I like Kyler Murray. I think the Bills win this one.
I like that one a lot.
The Cardinals, the only reason I worry about that, and I think you're right, Gamer, I think they're the better team, but the Cardinals are kind of, and this is a situation that we've talked about a little bit with the Bears game this week. They're almost in a do or die. Like if they lose, they're going to lose even more ground in that NFC West. They have to come out with some firepower and prove something here, or they're going to fall by the side with the Rams and the Seahawks.
I like Kyler Murray. I just don't think overall that defense is very good.
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly. I think Josh Allen's going to torch that defense if he's given time.
Let's move to the Sunday night game. Boys, this Pats team is bad. Should have lost to the Jets if it wasn't for Joe Flacco pretty much punting it back to them in that last possession. So I'm going to take Ravens -7 in New England. I just think this Patriots team is just bad.
I feel dirty betting against Bill Belichick in New England, but I feel
you got to in this moment.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I can't do it. I think that he's doing some master scheme plan about moving up in the draft, and I just don't. And Baltimore hasn't looked incredible as of late. I think they're going to break out. And like you said,
this bad.
Well, I'm taking the Ravens.
Oh.
I said I feel dirty about picking against.
Oh, you made it seem like
Bill Belichick. No, I'm going to take the Ravens. And a lot of this has to do with how the New England defense looked against, like you said, like Joe Flacco. If they look that bad against Joe Flacco, what is Lamar going to do to them? And that worries me. So I will not be betting on the New England Patriots.
Okay, I like that.
Okay. I also have Baltimore. However, I had the same feeling Boomy does. I just have a hard time believing that it's going to be like a blowout. Like I think it's going to be a 2-score game. But I am nervous about that one because if you watch like last week's game, the second half, the Jets had the ball for 3 minutes or something like that. Yeah. Ran total, something crazy like that. They ran like 12 plays. Like if the Patriots can do that again, even just for one half, they're going to cover. But I just don't think that happens. I think Baltimore wins this one. I think I'll take a -7 here.
You got to remember all the years that Baltimore was beaten down by the Patriots. Like there's and a lot of that Jim Harbaugh was around for. I'm sorry, not Jim Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh. Thank you. So there's got to. I mean, I know it's kind of a blow-off year for Belichick, but there's got to be a little bit of resentment, or at least a little bit under the skin of Harbaugh to want to maybe Patriots around in New England while he finally has the chance.
We will see. I think we're all on the Ravens. And then we have Monday night. I'm going to take the Bears +2.5 at home against the Vikings. I got to. It's do or die. This is the season right here. We cannot lose 4 straight, be 5-5, which is not good. So I'm taking Bears +2.5. I'm thinking Gamers doing the same.
+3. So you get the extra half a point.
I'll take it.
I'll
take it.
I'll give you the best one. Gamer, I'm assuming you're going the same route.
I don't like this look on your face.
I am, but it's like begrudgingly. I
feel
like I got
it's not
bad.
like fun.
Like I'm doing it because I feel like they're gonna be desperate enough where they come out. Like they usually play well against Kirk Cousins. Like Kirk Cousins usually gets just slammed by the Bears. Problem is
prime time too.
It's Nick Foles right now and it's Matt Nagy and I just don't.
The offensive line.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take the Bears here. I think they cover.
It's not fun.
I just don't feel great about it. No, it's not fun.
I had originally written down the Bears, but I'm going to take the Vikings. I think the Bears are dead. I think that offensive line is dead. They're going to get Nick Foles killed out there. Have we gotten a word on that?
Yes, he's going to play. The concussion protocol is pretty much like they don't have to practice during the week.
Why does
Well,
it matter?
either way,
Nagy's not going to use him anyway.
yeah, you're very,
He's
very
going to put
right on that.
Cordell Patterson back there, give him 20 carries, I bet.
And don't get me wrong, the Bears' defense is good. It'll be interesting to see how they do against Dalvin Cook with the last 2 weeks that he's put up. And for that reason, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Vikings +3 or -3. I'm sorry.
Good for you. But like I told you, we got Maddie's picks. I'm gonna put them in right here.
All right, NFL Week 10 picks portion of the show. I think I'm getting booted from the show, or I think Boomy's trying to have me booted from the show because I think he's up to something, and I'm about to call him out on it here on the show. I asked for a little update on our results from last week. Zach was on there, Boomy's on there. It's a little group text we have where Boomy takes a lot of snipe shots at me and Zach there too that we don't have to share in public, but I need to bring this to everyone's attention. So I asked for Boomy for the results from last week, the records and everything. Boomy says, Matt, you were 2-3-1. Oh, but I was not 2-3-1. I was 3-2-1. Boomy cannot keep track of the numbers. I don't know if Boomy can count anymore. I don't know what's going on in his brain. I don't know what we got to do. But can we really trust the numbers? Do we got to go back each week, the last 8 weeks before this, to figure out who did what? I don't know, Zach. Do you want to do that? I don't want to do that. I don't know. Do we just trust Boomy? At this point, I think we have to. We're gonna have to have a watchful eye though going forward because this just we can't have this. The legitimacy of the picks just it's on rocky and thin ice, so to say. Now I don't know what to do. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna get to my picks this week. But Boomy, can you please just make sure you get them right now? I don't know what to do the previous 8 weeks. I'm terrified what these true numbers actually are because guess who's in first place? Yeah, Boomy is weird. I don't know. Anyway, we got Thursday night. We got the Colts and Titans. I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry in this one. Derrick Henry versus the Colts. Great run defense for the Colts. I think Henry has a bounce back game after the Bears kind of stifled him, shut him down a little bit. You know, throw some DBs to the side. I think he's got to get back in the flow of things. Colts do have a good run defense, but I think after I think we saw last week that Philip Rivers doesn't have a whole lot left of what he used to be, a whole lot left in the tank, so to say. So I'm going to go with the Titans there, -2. Currently opened up as one, so already a little money on the Titans coming in. Going to Sunday noon session. First one I'm going back to the well last week. The win that Boomy did not give me credit for was the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants again. They're interdivision home dog. Shout out Carmen DeFalco, AM1000. He's always talking about interdivision home dogs back 10 years ago with him and Harry Tynowitz. We're going back on those. So always play those whenever I see a good one. This is a good one in my opinion. Giants coming back, playing a team that just the Eagles don't seem to give a shit. They don't seem to care about the game. It's like you never know what you're going to get from them each week. It's just it's a half-ass performance from offense, defense, everything. They're definitely beatable team. Giants at home played really well last week against the Bucks, prime time. So I'm going to go with the Giants there, +3.5. Also, bounce back special from last week, Tampa Bay. This is an interdivision fave on the road, so I would pick the Panthers, but I think the Bucks being absolutely embarrassed on Monday night is going to provide a little bit of a little motivation for Brady. I think the Panthers that was a kind of a just a heartbreaking loss against the Chiefs last week, dropped them to 3-6. Kind of is going to put them on really thin ice to get to the playoffs. So I don't know if it's one of those games you recover from. Christian McCaffrey looked outstanding in his first game back, but I think the Buccaneers are going to cover the 5.5 there. Going to the 3 o'clock games. I'm going with my boy Joe Burrow. I've been big on him since he got drafted by the Bengals. I think it was a great fit for him. He was awesome last year. Gets a bunch of top flight defenses. He's going to face one of the best defenses in the league this week. However, coming off a bye, I think the Steelers are show that they've got some flaws last week against Dallas. They kind of got cut up by another rookie quarterback. But this wasn't Joe Burrow last week. Joe B's got a lot of good talented players around him. T. Higgins played really well as a rook. Uh, Tyler Boyd, and obviously AJ Green. So he's got weapons galore. Don't know if Mixon's going to be back. I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're going to have no problem covering the 6.5 dog that they are right now. Sunday night, Baltimore Ravens, another team I seem to just jump on every week, but I like them. The Patriots looked like crap on against the Jets. Not a good team, not a good defense. Baltimore's run defense is outstanding, which is the one thing the Patriots do well. So I'm just going to stick with the Ravens on that one, laying the 7. Monday night, let's not kid ourselves. We know exactly what I'm going to do. You know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Bears are an interdivision home dog. Again, going back to the DeFalco play that I mentioned earlier, but they need it. There's no questions asked. They need a win, and it's desperation mode for the Bears. You don't want to go to 5-5. I don't care if the playoffs are expanding or not. Big game, big home game. Nick Foles is going to show up on prime time. If he doesn't, he's probably going to be running out of town, along with Matt Nagy as well. So Matt Nagy, call a good game, man. We don't have a whole lot of wiggle room left anymore. So started out 5-1. Now we're 5-4, facing 5-5 against a division team who's playing well. Gonna have to stop Dalvin Cook, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Bears plus the 3 right now. I think that line might slide up a little bit too, because it shot up. The Bears were a 1-point fave when it first opened up, so it's already a lot of money coming the other way. So I think that train might keep going. So see that thing 3.5, 4 points. I think is a really really good number for the Bears. All right, Boomy, just make sure you get them. Let's see, we got Titans, Giants, Bucks, Bengals, Ravens, Bears. Come on, Boomy. Don't kill me this time.
That was Maddie's TCF NFL picks for Week 10. Yes, there is a little bit of fire going on between Boomy and Maddie. We will see after this week how it's going. Boomy still in first place. Maddie in second place, though. Overtook me for second place. I'm kind of falling out of this race. But we will see how it goes this week. That was the TCF NFL picks for Week 9. Let's